Francois Muscat, our WSI consultant and also an recognized internet and online marketing expert from South Africa. Francois is a sought-after speaker at internet marketing conferences and has also presented at numerous international seminars held by WSI and Google. He also teaches WSI Internet Consultants worldwide on ways to generate leads, build online credibility, and create a customer communication strategy for their clients. So definitely a must-attend webinar today, and I think you made the right choice. So Francois, without any further ado, why don't you take us on the journey to learn more about what holds in 2010 for the new ways to be found online?
Thank you, Artie, and good afternoon to you and everybody. Artie, just checking, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we all can.
Okay, so we will start. I've just finished writing this white paper on 2010, the new ways to be found online, and it's all about using word of mouth to generate leads. Now, with WSI, there are many times that we come across questions from our clients that say, how can I use the internet to generate leads for my business? And then they want to know how they can use word of mouth, because they say my business is about word of mouth. How does the internet help me? And can I use social media to help with my business? So we will look at some of the topics in this presentation today, where we'll look at the market drivers and how word of mouth is actually moving to the internet in a really big way. And then what is the difference between push and pull marketing, and then content marketing. I'm really big on content marketing, and you'll see as we go through this presentation how content actually drives conversation for you. And we'll briefly touch on how you go about developing a content blueprint so that you can take advantage of word of mouth online. So the pressure that many companies face today is they need to reduce their marketing budget, and TV and radio is really quite expensive, and many of them just aren't able to measure it very quickly and very easily. And when they do move online, they tend to just go across and do banner advertising, and that is not always the most cost-effective way. And if you just resort to paid marketing online, you have to continually be paying to keep your ads up. And once you stop paying, obviously you don't get that leverage out there. So the ideal solution is to be found exactly at the moment that people are looking for you or your products or your service. So when you look at the market drivers, it's really going to be going from push marketing to pull marketing. People nowadays want information, and they have the attitude is, I want to find the information I want now, and don't interrupt me. So we all want to, when we want to make a purchase, the thing that we try and do is make the right decision. And naturally, many times we go and ask other people for their opinion and their advice. Now, the first thing that we normally do, and I know this is what I do, is I go to Google and I'll type in a question, maybe to solve one of my problems that I have. And then once I see the search results, I normally look at some of the social media entries that come up in Google. And these are the social media ones where you'll be able to get comment and maybe opinions from others who have dealt with the product or company. The other market driver, and I'm a baby boomer, and I don't know, our community sometimes used to think that social media is just a trend for the generation X and Y. And there are over 70 million baby boomers, or Generation Y, excuse me, in America. And in 2010, this year, they're going to outnumber the baby boomers. And what we've got to be aware of is that these Generation X, they've been brought up with technology, and they belong to more than one social network. And they are going to become our future leaders. So if we don't talk to them now, there's a good chance that we will lose out. We need to find out where they hang out and how we can actually communicate with them. Social media, provides us with the ability, to find a comment and a service about any company out there really very quickly. So if you look for a recommendation or a review, and then what we'll do is just type it into Google, find a few social media sites, and look for what we want. But what happens nowadays is that we are just bombarded with a lot of intrusive marketing coming from TV, radio, even driving on the highway. There's always billboards. Everyone is really trying to get your attention, and it's quite a lot of noise there, and we're hoping that if we can make the most noise, you will take interest in our product and perhaps remember us. But not everybody really trusts the advertising that's out there. And I just found this slide from Nielsen, and it was taken in 2009, that you can see that the percentage of people who trust advertising, and 90% will trust recommendations from people that they know. So that shows you how important it is to be able to get opinions from other people. And when you go down the list, you can see that consumer opinions posted online, as well as brand websites, there's a 70% trust in that advertising. As you go further down, you can see fourth from the bottom that search engine results ads only have 41% trust, which is quite interesting. So there's obviously a lot of ads out there people don't want to click. And I mentioned that people do a lot of banner ads, and there's even less trust in that. So when you look at the diagram like that, you can realize that people want to talk to us. And in America, there's more than, of the internet users in America, 75% engage in social media every day. And there are 13 hours of video being uploaded every hour to YouTube. And some more stats where Facebook has over 100 members every hour. And this social networking and word of mouth is growing larger and larger on the internet. And you'll see that people will talk about you, either because they like you, or they might be unhappy with you, with your service or with your product, and they'll mention it online. And they'll go online and ask others, if anybody had an experience. And many of us will just jump onto the community and join in with the conversation. So when you look at push and pull marketing, push marketing is where you are continuously interrupted and people are trying to get your attention. And many of us just subconsciously ignore these messages. We filter them out, and this type of marketing is not always effective because you can't really measure it. And when you look at pull marketing, this is when your target market, they find you and they find your company through good content and valuable information that they were searching for. And they type this into search engines, and they would evaluate the quality of your message and of your product, and they might even comment, positive or negatively, directly on your site if they're able to, or even go to a social media platform or forum or blog. So if you publish really valuable content, what happens is you attract a lot of links from other people, which are websites and blogs, and they all point to you and refer to you. And when you increase this number of links, you get rewarded in a number of ways. One is you get more visitors, and two, Google will actually improve your rankings. We know as search engine marketers that links that come from other sites that refer to your content is really one of the differentiating factors in getting good results online.